Deathmold, Sheeler, meet me in my tent. You're to explain what the hell happened there, and how we're to get rid of it.
As you command, Your Majesty.
I'll tolerate no delays on this matter, and summon all my company commanders.
Immediately, Your Majesty.
Corporal, I'd like you to watch the Witcher closely. He just pulled me from a magic hell, so I doubt he wants my head as he took fall tests. But I'll not have him wandering round the camp like some stray dog. Occupy him for a time, then bring him to my tent.
Sire, I must request an audience.
Later. I'll see my mages first, then the Witcher.
Ah, just lovely. And here I'd hoped for a calm little war.
Know where I might wet my throat around here?
Roach, willing to vouch for this overgrown urchin?
He did not kill Foltest or Demavend, if that's what you're asking. You've got my assurance on that.
Good enough for me. Let's go then.
We'll talk later, Geralt.
Yes?
Take me to the king. I've seen enough military camps in my day.
That I cannot, Witcher. I'm to keep an eye on you, the king's orders.
Really want to babysit me?
You're right. Let's go. How's it going, lads?
I can't feel me ploughing feet from all this standing around. Any chance you'll be sending up some replacements?
In an hour. Open up the gate. The king wants to see the Witcher.
Yeah.
Go straight to the royal tent. You can't miss it. I've a few things to take care of.
Godspeed, Zivik.
I'll be near the main gate if you need me. So long.
Ha! A Witcher!
The king must have summoned him to fight the wraiths.
You think?
I'm certain.
Nearly everyone hunts you, yet you live in spite of that. Impressive.
In no small part thanks to you, Excellency.
I've helped you, yes. I trust I shan't regret it.
As do I. I wouldn't want to seem ungrateful.
Are you seeking employment? I was unaware you fellows hired yourselves out for battle.
My aim here is different.
Really? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
What's the Emperor's envoy doing here? Satisfy my curiosity.
The last unfortunate conflict left the northern kingdoms in pitiful economic condition. His Imperial Majesty desires stability. We wish to offer.
Henselt is coping admirably as far as I can see.
The details of my visit here are reserved for the Emperor and the Kedweni King.
You sure they're that big a secret? I mean, they could be important to me.
I can reveal one thing. The Emperor was very moved to hear the White Wolf had returned. He asked me to investigate the matter personally and submit a report.
Why do I interest him?
He didn't say. His Imperial Majesty keeps his motivations to himself.
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're with Henselt. No doubt you'll visit the King of Redania next.
I need not go far. Radovid is en route to Lochmuin. Perhaps he has already arrived. We'll meet there.
Lochmuin? An ancient elven city quite a ways away, near the source of the Pontar. Why there?
The mages wish to re-establish their council. They sent out invitations to all the kings.
Foltest was a good king.
I've already conveyed the Emperor's condolence. Since we're talking about Temeria and Foltest, apparently the fallen king's advisor, the sorceress Triss Merigold, has disappeared in mysterious circumstances. Rumors abound. Do you know anything about her?
Why do you ask, Excellency?
I heard the two of you are close.
Witchers and sorceresses don't generally share that kind of information.
I understand it's a delicate matter. All right then. Allow me to ask about something else. I mentioned Triss because, I must admit, I am perturbed. Mages are known for their mutual envy and rivalry. I wonder if there's any matter that could unite them.
Perhaps you could be a bit clearer, Excellency.
Then I shall ask directly. Do you know anything about Merigold's involvement with an organization of sorceresses? Assuming, of course, that you are, theoretically, or have been, close.
Maybe she's involved, maybe she's not. Triss has her friends and I have mine.
Undoubtedly. Wandering poets, dwarves with terrorist contacts, and special forces agents.
It's certainly true you diplomats are experts at gathering information.
How else would we negotiate effectively? Learning all there is to learn about other countries is a necessity. Nevertheless, I thank you for your information. Was there anything else?
Why are you so interested in this organization of sorceresses?
I wonder about some strange coincidences. I'm told several of them were seen in the vicinity when the assassination attempts occurred.
What's so suspicious about that? Mages have always thronged around monarchs, the source of power and coin.
I'm not accusing anyone. I merely said it makes me wonder.
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're...
I need not go far.
Lochmuin?
The mage...
Greetings, Geralt.
Get a hold of yourself, soldier. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. Come in, Witcher. I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me in the mist, thus I surmise you do not seek my death. Which leads me to ask what you do seek here, Geralt of Rivia.
Justice.
A slippery thing, I'd say. It really depends on your point of view. So, you claim you did not kill Foltest. Do you know who did?
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never bite another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tarnsaville claims this Letho is in the area. Is that true?
Yes.
What does he want here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the Kingslayers?
I don't know, but I'll find out when I find Letho.
My spies have confirmed your words. I suppose I must believe you. Now to the other matter, the mist. the wraiths, all that magic shit holding up my campaign. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher magic, delayed curses, and other hogwash, but nothing comes of it. This matter must be settled with a sword, a witcher's sword. Will you manage this task?
Yeah, I'll manage.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also, you are free to move about the camp and its environs from now on. Now, leave me alone.
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
Is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune. We're dealing with a complex spell that operates at several. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be even more difficult. If I'm going to deal with it, I need you to cooperate.
Ah, the plague. So be it.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisig's. She was a sorceress, my former advisor. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive. While dying, she cursed me and my lineage. That was 3 years ago.
What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lormark. General Van de Grift commanded a part of my force. He forded the Pontar and joined battle on this field. It raged until evening, when Sabrina Glevisig decided to take matters into her own hands. Fireballs rained down onto the battlefield. 3,000 men turned to bloody charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike. Knights boiled alive in their armor. Mad beasts howling with pain. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Glevisig enter the fray, it turns into hell.
Sire, do you remember the curse itself? What exactly did Sabrina say?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody braid will cut across the heavens. Square coins from maritime depths will beguile the hearts of fools.
Coins?
Deathmold found a few such coins among soldiers accused of treason.
What drove Sabrina to attack her own army? Any specific reason?
I've heard none, not even speculation. She was my advisor, a member of the Council of Mages. For years I was forced to tolerate her excesses, schemes, court scandals.
Was she loyal?
Ha! Only to herself.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Freak.
You have no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become great friends.
That remains to be seen.
Shake my hand, Geralt, to mark the beginning of our friendship. Don't worry, I've no poison needle up my sleeve. I believe one can learn much about a man from his handshake.
Learned anything?
You have the handshake of a warrior. Strong, decisive, dominating. You're the conquering type. The kind women love.
I was asking about the curse.
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle...
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them, apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you. Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banord.
Glevis's curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood, best done at midnight surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. Tell me about Glevis's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the Great Encyclopedia of Curses, Spells and Prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tessard de Vries and Marguerite Loantil, Masters of Magic on Curses Selected Writings.
Quite a tome. Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
How many confirmed cases?
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevisig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the Battle of Spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death. You're gonna help me, Deathmold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Nazaya.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
The only diviner I've ever trusted told me.
Interesting. That being?
A drunkard and a fool in love. He's dead. But keep your nose out of my past.
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear.
I am your humble
They say
servant.
only a spell will lift it. Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want it.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain. Does Henselt pay his mercenaries well? Call it professional curiosity on my part.
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits, to be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
Yes.
Let's talk arm wrestling.
Go on.
They say you're the strongest arm around here.
You wouldn't be talking to me otherwise.
How's that?
During the Battle of Brenna, I got into a knife fight with an Nilfgaardian commander. That's to say, he had the knife and I had my bare hands. I grabbed him by the wrist, but the blade kept coming towards my throat. He was strong, but lacked stamina. When I felt him weaken, I twisted his arm around and slit his throat. I've worked on my hands, wrists, and arms since then. They all come in handy in my profession.
Wanna wrestle me?
To challenge Adam Pangret for the championship, you've got to beat the best contenders. Steady on, White Wolf. You've yet to beat all the strong men.
You'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They say only a spell will lift it.
I am your humble servant.
Hello, damn it. Salutations.
Freak.
Stick your courtesies up your ass.
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just They say only a spell will lift it.
Here, boy.
I'm done with this course.
What is it, Witcher?
I like to get my bearings once in a while.
We all do,
Will you answer some questions for me?
if I know how to. And if I can.
I heard not everyone likes Henselt.
To be liked by everyone, you need not to have a mind of your own. And Hensel's got one.
Put it this way, more and more people don't like how he thinks.
We agreed to speak freely.
I've learned of a plot.
I promised I'd answer every question I know how and every question I can. That's a question I cannot answer.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
Odrin! Here, boy!
Oh,
I'm scared of going against it.
Odrin! Don't worry about it. The Witcher will take care of everything. Odrin! Here, boy!